Hi, I'm George from Your Construction. I'm the construction super here at the Film Society project. We're about to go inside and take a look at the project under construction. This is the entry vestibule. You can see there's no marquee, but one day there'll be all kinds of signage here telling you what's inside. Box office is right over there on the right. This part of the construction was done by Turner Construction. We inherited this opening along with the glass facade, the restaurant, this whole unique building that's really had a lot of drama to 65th Street and the campus in general. If you follow me inside, we'll take a look at where we're at. So you'll be coming through two sets of glass doors to enter the theater. Once inside, we're in the lobby right now. You might be able to see a little rectangle over there on the right. That will one day be the media wall. Hasn't been completely designed yet, but I know they're got something exciting planned for me. No doubt about it. Over here on your left is the cafe. Cafe will be full of tables and chairs. There's a glass door that separates the cafe from the lobby so that they can isolate it if they so desire. All the glass doors are going to get tucked into that little garage area over there, so if they want to get them out of the way and just keep it completely open, they can. Down over here, the concession stand's about to be fitted out. We're pretty close to getting ready for that. If you want to see the workings of the concession stand, we can just go right over here because I'm allowed to move construction caution tape. Right, so you see this fully tiled area here, all kinds of equipment in here that supports the concession stand and the cafe. Okay, the only difference between the men's and the women's room is it's the same white tile on the walls, the same glass accent tile, same counter material, actually the same fixtures, everything's the same. The difference is the women have 9 facilities and the men only have 4. And as a father of 2 daughters, I can only applaud that. So back into the lobby. You'll enter the theater 2 ways. The amphitheater and theater 2 will be entered basically through these main doors right ahead of us. There's another box office station over here, as well as location for 2 ticket terminals over here and another ticket terminal on this side. So there's a handicap bathroom over here. That's the box office where all the goings-on are going to be, and the server room that controls a lot of the media and the computers for the space are going to be housed in there, and you can see all the wiring getting ready to be hooked up to the racks. So going down this corridor here, this is where theater goers will line up to get into theater 2. So right here we have what will one day be the amphitheater. This is going to be a very unique room, really well designed, a lot of woodwork, a lot of glass. It's really the main focal point of the space, especially when you come in. There'll be a lot of drama when you come down the main stairs. Glass all around the sides, all woodwork inside, maple, woodwork everywhere. Bench seating, and most important is that instead of a traditional screen, it will have a 152-inch flat screen TV. They have promised to show me the Super Bowl on it at one point, but I'm not sure if they're just placating me or they're actually going to do it. The pool up on the plaza is basically right above us, and I actually think that Henry Moore sculpture is right over our heads right now. So if you follow me right now, we'll be going down into theater 2. One day there'll be an elevator here to give handicap access to different levels in the theater. But as you can see, everything is ramped, so handicap accessibility to the theaters is really through the ramps. We're now standing on top of a scaffold that's provided us with a dance floor to enable us to complete the construction of the ceiling. Everything you see up here now obviously will be hidden by an acoustical ceiling, fabric wrapped acoustical ceiling panels, but you can see ductwork, sprinklers, conduit for future lighting, AV equipment, everything will be up in the ceiling. So once we've completed all the ceiling work and we have the finished ceiling in, we'll take the scaffold down. That will enable us to complete the seating, carpeting, etc. from down below. So you're looking through the projection window of Theater 1. There's a couple of electricians in there, two of the crack electricians on the job, I have to say. Guys that don't ever give me a hard time, for the most part. And they're installing conduit that's going to carry both power, AV wiring, et cetera, all the components that that go into making the projection booth. You might have noticed these steel plates over here, and these are going to carry the stainless steel acoustical panels that are going to be hung from here on the two sides of both theaters. So we are now underneath the scaffold of Theater 2 that we were just up on. You can see the seating risers are formed in concrete. The projection window is hidden on the top of that scaffold, but you are standing on the screen right now. One thing that is unique about this theater, you may notice these little small pieces of tin ductwork that are coming up through the floor. That's actually where the supply air is going to get pulled up past the seating and then brought up into the ceiling and exhausted back into the equipment. So this is the plenum space below Theater 1. The air-conditioned air is going to get pushed into this theater and basically get pulled up through these openings that are in the floor, these tin openings which we spoke about when we were upstairs. And that air will get pulled up past the patrons up into the ceiling and then returned to return air ductwork to be reconditioned. There is no mechanical equipment, neither in the ceiling or in the theater in any way. The mechanical equipment is far away from here, so there shouldn't be any acoustical issues. And this also contributes to less noise from air moving through the ductwork, since there is no ductwork here for that to happen to. So we're in Theater 1 now, which is the larger of the two typical traditional movie screens. And this wall here, which just looks like a little sheetrock wall, is actually an elaborately designed acoustic wall to prevent sound from transmitting through the two spaces. There are a dozen layers of sheetrock on there, literally. There's a separation between the two, tons of insulation, so it's actually sitting on a slab that's cut in two, so even vibration can't transmit through the floor slab into the other theater's floor slab. So there's a 4-inch gap between two walls through the slab and right up into the ceiling. So this is the floor of Theater 1. There was a big column that would have sat right about over there, which was removed as part of the structural work when this building was renovated before we got here. When we go upstairs, you'll see the remnants of it, but they had to remove that, otherwise this would not have been Theater 1, it would have been two theater halves, basically. So that's the tour. Everybody that's involved in this project, both on the design end and on the construction end, is very proud of all the work we're putting into it. And I know you'll be happy with it when we're done. See you in the spring.